All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 189 of What Does This Button Do? It's an educational show about smartphones and technology with us, Geeks On Tour. Hey, here we are.
Hello.
Isn't that good? Okay. Today's beginner's lesson is how to get old photo albums into Google Photos and display on a TV. We use Chromecast.
So, we've given this topic before, but I don't think we got across just how wonderful it is to have our travel photos displaying on a big screen and all over the house. We're homebound right now, as most of you are, and yet we still get to travel because of the pictures. So the image you see there is the Grand Canyon on our big screen TV, but that's not all. We have these little screens as well, the Google Home Hub, whatever they're called. And all I have to do is open my eyes in the morning and I see our photos. So we want to show you a little more in a video. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
I would like you to show our viewers how we watch our photos on the TV all day long.
Okay. It's tough.
I know.
Remote. One button.
Wow. Look at that.
Yep. All I have to do is turn on the TV. Oh, that was 3 years ago.
That was Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday sunrise because we went to the Grand Canyon because we had to get our van fixed. These are great pictures.
So yeah, we use this kind of as a memory test too. So where was that, Jim?
This was on the Mississippi.
Oh my, this is
But
from
you were in Turkey.
This is from 1999 and when Mom and I were on a boat in Turkey. Ooh. See, I could do this all day. This is so much better than anything on TV.
It is so much better.
But what if you did want to watch TV? What do you do?
Well, you just have to change the input. Yeah, but you have to push the right button.
What's this button do?
Okay.
All right. So now we're watching TV.
Yep.
All right. So what if you're done watching TV? Do you turn the TV off?
I never turn the TV off anymore. I just put it onto the setting that is the pictures. And we have this on this TV, on our kitchen TV, and it's even available upstairs in our bedroom TV.
And where are these pictures coming from? I mean, are you secretly clicking on your phone here to make these pictures happen?
All of these pictures are stored in Google Photos, and we choose which albums we want to see. And we can change that, or we can just let it go with a huge album. It's just so much fun.
Man, I'm sorry. I want to remind everybody about our backstage pass. That was my fault. I really apologize. Our backstage pass is an online Zoom meeting after the show. You can get the link from email, or you can go onto our website, geeksontour.com, and look for the menu item called Member Login. All right. We want to say hi to our live viewers. We have a bunch of them out there. And let's see if I can find some of them. Yeah, we have... Oops. Let's take a look here. Michael, no audio, no sound. I think there's sound now. Okay.
I wonder how much they missed. I think they just missed me talking about the orchids.
Just coming out of the video is where I messed up. And, yeah, We have a lot of things going on.
So the orchids, let me tell you about the orchids again.
Oh, okay.
I'm very proud of myself that I've kept those alive. They were a gift from my sister-in-law and brother-in-law several months ago, and they are blooming just gorgeous now.
There we are. Sorry about. Okay. All right, you ready to get into today's lesson?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Today's lesson is both about scanning photos that are in your old family photo albums and about displaying them on the TV. Now, we've done each of these topics individually in the past, so we're not going to go into as much detail. I just want to show you how to do it. And if you need more detail, please make sure to go back to episode 134 for scanning photos and episode 108 for using Chromecast. But today, we're just going to do it.
Okay.
And if you say coming out of the video, so explain to them what you can show them in the living room.
Oh, okay. I guess I need to go back over there then. I have a camera set up in our living room, and it's pointed at our big TV screen, and our TV is connected to a Chromecast, and it's just showing all of these photos that we've put in, or that Chris has put in there, and we have a choice of what albums we want to be showing on these displays.
And it makes staying at home so much more pleasant. I mean, we are used to doing a lot of traveling, and we have a lot of photos. Here we are sitting at home, and we get to be reminded of our memories of traveling anytime we look at the TV. We leave the TV on all the time.
Yeah, most of the TVs are on. Well, the upstairs one isn't on all the time, but the one in the kitchen and the one in the living room are always on, and they're always showing our devices.
And our little Google Home displays also are scattered around the house and always showing our pictures.
Yeah, it's cool to have these screens just all over, and we have
So the
photo
house,
frames everywhere.
The house is filled with our travel memories as we have to stay home.
Judy says it's snowing in Minnesota.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I'll bet it's pretty. Take some pictures.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
Okay. So, taking pictures from old photo albums. Now, this has been on my list for a long time. I've done it piecemeal here and there, but I realized that my mom and I took a wonderful trip to Chile back in 1994, and I've been looking through all my photos, say, I don't have any of those in my Google Photos, and I haven't even noticed the album. Well, I ran across the photo album the other day, and this is my mom's photo album, and she did a great job of making it kind of like a scrapbook. So see, the first page has a copy of the letter from Wilderness Travel saying get ready to go, and a photo and the tickets. And then she did photos kind of creatively, and I loved how she put in pieces from our itinerary right in with the photos. So there's no way that I would want to just take these photos out and scan just the photos. I want the whole page, some of them. And then there's lots of them that I don't remember that at all. It doesn't do me any good. So I just relax on the couch with the album on my lap, and every time I see something, that evokes a memory, I just use my smartphone and snap a picture. So the next album that I realized I didn't have was this album, and this is from 1999, when our three generations, my mom, us, and Jim's son Devin, all went on a dive trip to Borneo. And this album is a little bit different. Now, these photos are just in sleeves, so if I really wanted to, I could take them out and put them on a scanner, but we don't have a scanner, and I'm lazy. So I just take a picture. First, though, I want to show you the chili pictures because I've already done that album. I just did that yesterday, and I just used the camera of my phone. And then I used Google Photos to crop and improve, and I want to show you what that album looked like. And actually, you got the link in the email. If you see the email that talked about this topic that went out last night, had a link to this album, but I'm going to show it to you here. So this is my iPad. I open up Google Photos, and I look at albums. And the album I'm talking about is Scanned Photo Album from 1994. And there you see the whole album, but I'm going to open up and show each individual picture. So there is the picture of that first page of the album where I literally just used the camera and snapped it. Then in Google Photos, I cropped it and did an auto probably. And look at, I mean, it's so easy to read any of the text, can see exactly how we traveled.
Yeah, it looks good.
And then the next picture that also has some text, and that next one. Now here, you can see that there was a little bit of reflection from the cellophane, from the plastic covering on the album, but so I can see it, I can read it. It's good enough for me. And there's Mom. And there's another page that has a map. This was to see a solar eclipse. And can you see? Let me, Well, why isn't it? There we go.
What does this button do?
You can see all the people up there. They're all getting in place for the best viewing spot to see this solar eclipse. And the map shows that this is the center line of the eclipse, and that's where we were camped. And yes, I do mean camp. We stayed in tents. So this is just such a wonderful memory to be able to have in my Google Photos anytime I want to look at it. And special benefits. Once your photos are in Google Photos, then you can do things like the lens button, and it will translate this sign.
Watch this.
I tap lens, and it searches and it finds other things. But if you tap on little search, you have other options. Translate. So come and see the condor. Okay, and X out of that. And that is an Andean condor, and I can tell that by going into Google Lens. And it tells me Andean condor. Try doing that with your old photo album, eh? And that's me. All right, and now we have this album being displayed up on the TV, but that'll be the second half. Okay, so this only took me like 20 minutes, sitting with the photo album in my lap on the couch with my smartphone. It took me about 20 minutes to get all the pictures I wanted out of it, not all of them. So now I want to show you exactly how I did that using this album. And let's see if I can arrange my camera here so you can see it. There we go. All right. I'm going to use my iPhone to start with, just because we are agnostic here. We use both iPhone and Android, so I like to switch between them. And first, then, I'm just going to use the camera. So I just open up the camera, and I aim. Now, on this page, it's just the one at the bottom that really evokes a memory for me.
They're not seeing the bottom of the page.
They're not seeing that. Okay.
There.
There. All right. And I just snap a picture. But now, since I just snapped a picture, I'm going to need to go into Google Photos and edit it a little bit. There, see, because I have part of the picture above it, etc., etc. So I tap Edit, Crop, and I crop it. And I can use this time to even get in a little bit closer than the original picture was. And then an auto to brighten it up a bit, and save. So I think that looks pretty good. Come on. So that is the picture. And if I wanted to, I can add a description. It has to get uploaded before I can do that. All right, let me take a couple more. Nothing on that spread that I care about much. Here. I want this one of me, Mom, and Jim in front of Malaysia Airlines. So I'm still going to just use the camera. But notice I am getting a little bit of glare. I change the angle just a little bit. I get rid of most of that glare. And I just take a shot. All right, and I will have to go in and edit and crop that. Now there's one I really want. This is the huts on Sipadan Island. And there is Sipadan, or Sipadan as some say. Tiny little island, had 7 dive resorts on it. But notice that the glare was maybe getting a little bad there. And then I'm going to show you PhotoScan. So just using your camera is probably fine for 90%. But if glare is a problem, then you need PhotoScan. Now, what is PhotoScan? PhotoScan is a separate app. It's free. It's from Google. You do have to download it. So it's both iPhone and Android. And it is by Google. So I already have it installed. And it's that one right there. It says PhotoScan. I can open it up right from there, but you can also open it up from within Google Photos. So Google Photos, Menu, and PhotoScan. That's if you have it installed. So, I mean, you do have to first install it, but if you have it installed, it's on the menu in Google Photos. Now, what's the difference? So I'm going to do that one of Sipadan Island again. And notice that the glare, because we have these big studio lights in here, the glare and reflections is a bit of an issue. So I tap it, and it tells me to cover those 4 dots. So I move over one dot, I move over another dot, I move over another dot, and I move over another dot. So it's actually taken 4 pictures of that one picture. And let me show you what it looks like. It has eliminated all the glare because it took those 4 pictures and put them together and got rid of the glare. But notice it also straightened and cropped. So here's the one I took with the camera, and there's part of the picture above. So I would have to crop. This one is both glare is gone, photo is straightened and cropped. PhotoScan does all of that.
It's a great program.
Now there's one other option, and now I'm going to switch to the Android. Just
Just because.
Just because I can, and show you that it works exactly the same. Once again, PhotoScan is an app. You have to get it from the Play Store and install it on your phone. But once you do, then in Google Photos, it's on the menu and PhotoScan. So now I'm going to find another picture that sparks joy. Oh yeah. Our dive master here.
Bruno.
His name was Bruno, and he was just such a sweet... I mean, this was 20 years ago, and I still remember him. And here he is at some party, hamming it up with a turtle skirt. And I am using PhotoScan. So I tap the button, and it gives me 4 dots. Just move to encircle each dot. And you have little arrows telling you which way to go. Follow the bouncing ball. And it has eliminated the glare and straightened and cropped it. But what if glare isn't an issue? It's kind of a pain to have to do 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a lot more steps. Well, but I like the fact that it straightens and crops. So this picture, the group shot, I'm going to do a slightly different way. I mean, let's say that I am in a room where there isn't a bunch of lights reflecting on it. All you have to do is turn off that little magic wand. The magic wand is what makes you do those 4 dots and gets rid of the glare. So then I can use it. Come on, get in focus. Yes. He's having trouble focusing.
Well, now's a good time to remind our folks to clean their lens.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Here's a cloth right here.
Okay. So clean your photo lens, absolutely. There we go. Okay. So now it's in focus, and maybe I can angle it in such a way that it doesn't get too much glare. There we go. And when I snap the shutter, it won't make me do those 4 circles now. But let's see if it... So I go into Google Photos. There's that photo, and notice that it has perfectly found the edges and cropped it appropriately.
Nice.
Last thing then.
Yeah?
Those pictures I want to put in an album so that we can tell Chromecast to project them. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 it looks like. I just select them, and on a mobile device it's easy to select. I just touch and hold on the first one, then drag, and all of them are selected. Then I tap the plus, album, and 1999 Borneo. And check mark. Okay. So that's how I digitize my photo albums. It's fun, it's fast, it's free.
What more could you want?
Now, is it the best quality? Probably not. I mean, if you wanted to send them off to a service, you would be paying anywhere from 20 cents to $1.50 per picture. And I'm sure you would get much higher quality. But
Yeah,
they're my
that's really
memories.
good.
I think they're really good.
We're not going to be making big prints of these things. They're just for memories. Right?
Actually, and we could make some fairly good-sized prints out of them if we wanted to.
We should try.
They still
something special.
They still look better than the old photos in the album.
After you fix them up a little bit with Google Photos, yeah.
Okay, I think we have a couple of slides. So now it's on to how do we get these pictures to show up on the TV big screen. Oh, here's a review of what PhotoScan does. So on the left is a picture that I just snapped out of an album, and you can see all the edges, and it's a little bit crooked. And with PhotoScan, it finds the edges, straightens it, crops it. You're good to go. So what should you use? You'll be able to.
It depends. That's my answer for everything. It depends.
Yeah. But there's really, as long as you turn off the glare control, the magic wand, there's really no reason not to use PhotoScan.
Okay.
And you can always readjust the edges. So.
Right.
So we did that demo. And now we want to use Chromecast. So what do you need? 4 things. You need good household Wi-Fi.
That's important.
Yeah, everything these days depends on internet, doesn't it? And then you need a Chromecast-enabled smart TV or a Chromecast device plugged into the HDMI port of any TV.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this TV out in our living room.
That's an older TV. It does not have any smart TV capabilities, but you can plug in that type of thing. And somebody asked, can you mirror these with an iPhone or a smart to an Apple TV? Absolutely. We're showing you Chromecast.
Yes, Apple TV is another way of doing it, but just in the Apple world.
Right, and Roku is another one. There are several of them out there, and they all work similarly. We like the Google device because we're into Google Photos, and it makes it so much easier to do it that way. Right?
Yeah. And speaking of which, then you also need a Google Photos account. In order to do what we're talking about, you need a Google Photos account, and you need the Google Home app. It's a free app. It's on Apple and on Android, and that's what the icon looks like. Looks like a house and in the Google colors. And just remember, if you need more details, see episode 108. We're not going to go into a whole lot of details here. To set up the Google Home app, first of all, once you install the Chromecast, it steps you through. And the device that you installed the Chromecast on ends up with a name.
And you can name it anything you want.
So that TV out there is Living Room TV. And you will find that on your Home app, assuming that your phone with the Home app is on the same Wi-Fi network as the TV, then you will see the TV on your Home app. And you tap on Personalize Ambient. Now, this word ambient threw me for a bit. I finally decided that it means like background. So ambient means whatever is going on the TV when nothing else is going on. It's the background. It's the surroundings. So ambient is the term that Google Home uses to say what's going to go on the TV when you're on the HDMI setting and when nothing else is being cast. It's kind of like a screensaver, but that's an old term.
Yeah, it is. Put that thing somewhere else.
Okay.
It's noisy.
Well, I'm not.
Yeah, I know.
Oops.
You all right?
There goes an earring. One earring. So, just remember that. Ambient is the setting for, on Google Home, now there's still another one, You can also do other things. You can select Google Photos albums to show. You can also change settings, for example, how many seconds to show each one. So which am I going to use to do that? I think I'll use the iPhone again.
All right.
Just to prove that this is something that Apple can do. And there we go.
Pretty close.
Yep. So I have the Google Home app already installed, and it's in my Google. No, it's not. Where is it? I put it, no, okay. My favorite feature of iPhones is just swipe down from the middle and I can search for what I'm looking for. Google Home. All right, so there it is, the Google Home app on the iPhone.
You might want to put that in your Google
Yeah, that's
folder.
where it should be. I don't know why it's not there. Who would have done that?
I don't know.
All right, so now I need to find, and there we go, living room TV. Now your Google Home app can control a lot of things. I mean, Jim has it set up with all our lights here and everything, but
sometimes they even work.
Sometimes. But I'm just talking about this living room TV. You open that up, and it shows you, first of all, what is playing on the TV, showing ambient. It's showing on the phone what is actually being displayed on the TV as we speak.
Yeah, and I can go there and see that's what we have on there.
Uh-huh.
But I can't have you and that on this. Well, I could, but that's
okay.
Pretty cool.
But it is. But then there's this button down here for Edit Ambient Mode. I want Google Photos to be showing in ambient mode. A slideshow of selected. You know, if you don't like your photos, you can pick curated images and artwork that gets really beautiful photos from professional photographers, but no, I want my own. And I think I already have the 1994 Chile album being showed up there. So what? No, I don't. Scanned photo album from 1994. I want that to be shown up on the TV. That is the Chile one. And then the one I just made should be called 1999 Borneo. Come on. Being a little slow. And it's in there twice. There we go, 1999 Borneo. There's only 7 photos in it. That's the one I just made. You tap that. And now it should be showing on the TV.
Okay, let's see if I can get the TV in there too.
Hey, now it's still showing the other albums too, so I don't know how long it will take before one of the Borneo pictures comes up, but it will. Ooh, Tahoe. No, Crater Lake.
Crater Lake.
See, this is also our memory test, and that is the Grand Canyon on Easter morning 3 years ago.
Wow.
All right, come on. Show one. Nope, that's still from Turkey. Well, you're going to have to take my word for it. I am sure that the Borneo pictures and the Chile pictures will show up. But that's one point. These are 100% random.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen.
They do not play in order, and to my knowledge, there's no way to make them play in order. And sometimes, this is Chile. This one is 1994 Chile.
And that's not.
And this is not, right? This is, yeah.
Hey, Tony's here. Tony and Kathy.
Is Tony here? That's Tony and Kathy from an RV rally. See, so that it's just so much fun. It is happiness on screens.
Yep.
All right. So, did you notice how long each picture was staying on there? Those were going fairly fast. And I did that on purpose so that we would see a bunch while we're on this show. But you usually don't want them to go that fast. That is a setting in the Google Home app. So, back to this. So, here is where I told it what albums to play. But if you scroll down, here's where you tell it whether or not you want the weather to show, the time, the device that the pictures came from, etc., etc. And here, slideshow speed. So 10 seconds or 30 seconds. You can even have them show up there for 5 minutes. I generally like, or 10 minutes. I generally like 10 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. Then is there one more slide? Yeah, one more slide here. And that is that there's one extra feature on the Android app. So that's why I started with the iPhone. On the Android app, there is a fairly new feature called Photo Frames. So here I am on the Android, and if I just tap on that 3-line and Photo Frames, this is where I can tell Google Photos which albums to be displayed on which device still in ambient mode, or this is now called Photo Frames. Now we've already worked with the living room TV. That's all set. How about this little Google Home hub that I usually have next to my bed? That is called the road display because we take it on the road with us. I always like to open my eyes in the morning and see my pictures. So even in the RV, we take this with us. Road display. And I can just tell it which. So there, I want the 1999 Borneo pictures to show up on the road display. And they should be doing so now. And here it is.
Oh, that looks good.
And one benefit of these is they are touchscreen devices, so I don't have to sit here and wait. Notice this says it's from my favorites. So this is definitely not from the Borneo album. I can swipe over. Oh, and that's from Australia. That's from the US. That's from New Zealand. All right, maybe that's going back. Yeah, that's going back. So I guess I would have to wait
for the new ones to show up.
For the new ones to show up.
And did you set? How many seconds did you set it for?
You can't do that on the Android photo frames. The only thing you can do is tell it which album. So I would have to go into the Home app to see how many seconds. And yeah, these are probably set to at least 10 seconds. But I guarantee you, those Borneo pictures would show up here in some kind of random...
And believe everything she tells you.
You do.
I do.
Okay. 2, 3.
Right.
I think that's it.
Questions? Well, I got a few questions here. Let's see. All right. Yeah, we did have something playing in the background, Tom. Thank you for noticing. We're trying to have a bunch of extra stuff going on this show today, so we're in there. All right.
Tony Scirocco, yes. Hey.
Orchids. Okay, Sheila says it's going to take her forever, but she's going to do this. Historical data, you know. Okay.
It really doesn't take forever. Oh, and one last thing. When you're done, are you going to throw this away?
No.
I actually think you should. I mean, having done a similar thing for when we sold our house and moved into an RV, getting rid of stuff. You really don't need the albums, but I know it's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard to throw these away.
If you have someone who might potentially want it somewhere down the line.
True. Now I don't. So
right.
My old family, you know, it's Mom, me, and you, and that's it. But at least put a sticker on it. You know, I say put a sticker on it and maybe put them all in a box, stuck away in a closet somewhere.
With maybe a link to where you actually uploaded them too.
Right. I said reviewed and scanned into Google Photos on the date. So then at least you could get them off of your shelves. Just a thought. Because I have done some of this scanning years ago. And now I'm pulling the albums out again, and I don't remember which ones I've done or not. So I am now making duplicates. Is that stupid or what?
A couple of reminders. Sign up for our e-newsletters. Subscribe to this channel if you're on YouTube. And go ahead and hit the like and subscribe. Hit the bell. You'll be notified of any upcoming or when we go live. So, and get Mrs. Geek's Guide to Google Photos. You can get it at Amazon, but if you're a premium Geeks On Tour member, that ebook is available to you. And a reminder for the Backstage Pass, that's after this meeting, just in another 10-15 minutes or so. Find that in the link that you got from Chris, or go to the website and log in down there. Become a member at geeksontour.com. All of our stuff, all of these shows, all of our articles, they're all up there.
There are some more questions in here I'd like to answer.
All right.
So yeah, we might go a couple minutes over, but
what do you got?
Are you in a low light? Betsy Coyne asked, are you in a low light room on purpose to cut down on glare? When I was sitting on the couch, I was really surprised at how well the lighting did. I was by a window, so I had natural light, but it was an overcast day outside, and yeah, there was no glare.
It was very nice diffused lighting. There's no sharp edges.
Natural light, and yeah, there was no glare. So I didn't do it on purpose, but I thought it worked out well. Can you mirror those with... Okay, did that. Do you have something? Okay, did that. Is there a reason to update the new Chromecast if I have the old one?
I don't... Yeah, probably.
What was it?
They have several different versions now. As long as it still works for you, there probably will be a point in time where they're going to stop supporting that, and it may not work for what you want to do. And then you get the newer. We still have an old original Chromecast here somewhere on one of our devices.
I think we gave it away.
Oh.
I think we gave it to somebody.
Well, we've had several. So I have a Chromecast on the kitchen TV. I have a Chromecast on the living room TV. The upstairs TV is a smart TV, and it includes the Chromecast settings for that. And then the one in the RV is also a smart TV, and that's probably where the kitchen Chromecast came from the old TV in the RV. Okay? Anything else?
Bill and Carla Hall says, you said you like iPhone because you can swipe from the first page to get apps and search. It also works on new UI in Android to wipe up from the bottom to halfway on the home page. A lot of things on Android are getting, or iPhone and Android are getting more like each other. But what you're talking about, that swipe up halfway, is to get to the multitasking.
Right.
The swiping down to get to search still is not. You do it just by tapping on the Google search widget in Android. Thank you so much. Now that we have time, this is a great one. Does this store geotagging geolocation? No. No.
It will store the geolocation of the phone that took the picture at that time, if you have that setting turned on.
Right. A picture of the mountains in Patagonia will say that it was in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
But you can edit that. In Google Photos, you can edit location. You can at least set it to a particular spot, a named spot. You can't set latitude and longitude.
Okay.
How can I capture slides?
Oh, you missed last week's show.
That was
our show the last time.
episode 188
188.
was on our way of capturing slides. We project them and snap a picture of them.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Don't forget the popcorn. All right.
Okay.
Is that it?
Well, just our review questions.
Okay.
Our questions of them.
That's right. Did you learn something? True or false? Take pictures in albums. You need expensive lights.
Nah. I mean, professionals might set up real lighting and better equipment, but I think it works just fine without them.
The PhotoScan app improves upon a snapshot of an old photo. How? A. Eliminating glare. B. Straightening tilt. C. Cropping to the edge of photo. Or D. All of the above.
All of the above.
Eliminating glare requires extra steps. You can turn off anti-glare feature by tapping what icon?
The little magic wand icon.
Okay. When your TV or smart screen is displaying random photos from selected Google Photos albums, that's called photo frames, screensavers, ambient mode, or slideshow.
Both photo frames and ambient mode refer to that feature.
When your TV or smart screen is displaying random photos, you control which albums show by using what app? Chromecast, Google Home, or Google Photos Android app?
Yeah, Chromecast is the system that's making it happen, but the app, you need either Google Home or Google Photos Android app to tell it which albums to play.
Okay, your smart TV may already have Chromecast built in, like the one that we have in our RV. If not, you can buy a $35 Chromecast device and plug it into what port on the TV?
HDMI.
Okay.
And then you'll need to know which HDMI port is in so that you can set your TV to play that.
It's pretty easy. Okay. So, Chris, what's the web page that lists all of our YouTube shows?
geeksontour.com, and the menu item is YouTube shows.
And the web page that lists all of our recent newsletters?
geeksontour.com, and it's blogs and news, and one just went out this last week.
Okay, and why do people pay $60 a year to join Geeks on Tour?
Well, we have free courses now, online courses, Google Photos, Snapseed, and I just added Zoom this week. They get to ask us questions on our Q&A page. They have hundreds of show me videos, and a lot of people just sign up as a member to say thank you for all the stuff we do for free. Thank you.
Thank you to our premium members. Next week?
Don't know.
Don't know?
Don't know.
Okay.
I might get lazy. I might get lazy and not do anything next week.
Well, we'll be here,
Week
so
after.
We'll figure it out. And if you have an idea for a show topic, let us know. Put it here in the comments, put it on our website, put it on our Facebook page, somewhere. Just let us know.
Show what's on the TV.
Do you want what's on the TV?
Yeah, we can say goodbye as our photos are showing from the TV.
Okay, I think I can do that. All right.
So keep pushing those buttons. Keep taking those pictures.
Yep.
And
the Altivar.
yeah, that Grand Canyon, that was real making lemonade out of lemons, I'll tell you.
That was a good time. We had a wonderful time. So,
and that's the Mississippi River.
And that's it for us. I'm Jim.
I'm Chris.
And we're Geeks on Tour. Thanks for watching, and we'll see our premium members backstage pass right after this show. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.